Hey guys, what's up? So here is your meal planning video. I'm just going to run through a couple of the steps that will hopefully help you guys each adapt my meal planning strategy to your own lives. It works for any meal. I usually only do meal planning for dinners because breakfast, lunch, snacks are usually all the same, and the whole family is not together for those meals, so we all kind of do our own thing for those meals. Um, but since we are all together for dinner, I like to plan that stuff. And with kids in the house, they are constantly asking, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? So if you have a plan, you can answer that question. And it is so much nicer than being asked 800 times and then saying, I have no idea. So, first step for me, I usually go through my weekly grocery store ads to find out what's on sale and kind of pick my recipes off of those things. Obviously, not everything that I'm going to use is going to be on sale, but I try and base most of the stuff, the ingredients, on what is on sale at my grocery store. This also kind of plays into like money saving tips because we are a family of four. I have two growing boys who both eat quite a bit of food, and saving money is definitely high priority on my list. So, we also do like bulk shopping too, but that's another video. And if you guys want, I can totally do a video on how to save money and feed large family on a smaller budget. But anyway, first things first, we go through the weekly grocery store ads. Most of your stores will have an ad online. Otherwise, a lot of times they send them in the newspaper or in the mailbox, in the mail, whatever. And you can go through and pick out the things that you guys like to eat, the things that you know your family is going to eat, and kind of base your recipes off of that. Okay, step number 2, picking your recipes. You can use pretty much any outlet that you want for recipes. Cookbooks, online websites, anything like that. Pinterest is like my thing. It's a lot easier for me to use Pinterest than cookbooks and stuff. I have tons of cookbooks. I generally don't use them anymore, which sucks because they have so many good things in them. But it takes me so long to page through and find the things that I want to eat or the things that have the ingredients that I'm looking for. With Pinterest, I just find it to be so much easier and it's just more convenient. It goes quicker, which is definitely a positive when I'm planning a weekly menu. So I usually go to Pinterest and I will scroll Pinterest throughout the week, give myself 20-30 minutes if I'm just, chilling after a workout or something, and start scrolling through Pinterest and just saving recipes. It doesn't even necessarily have to be ones with specific ingredients, but save them. If they look good, if it's something that you think your family would enjoy, save them. And then you can always go back once you have your weekly sale items from your grocery store. You can go back into your Pinterest list and you can see. You can also search things like ingredients in recipes you've saved and in recipes that you haven't even looked at yet. So you can do that, and that really helps too. So, let's say ground beef is on sale and green beans. You can type into the little search bar ground beef and green bean recipes, and it's going to give you stuff that has those ingredients in it. And then you can scroll through and pick the recipe that you think would, be good for that week. All right, step number 3. So, step number 3 is switching up your proteins throughout the week. I try to use a different protein each night of the week and in each meal. Also, switching up just your general ingredients. Like, you're not going to want broccoli as your vegetable in every meal because it's going to get boring and you'll probably get sick of eating broccoli. So what I try and do is use like chicken one night, ground beef one night, turkey, something like that, tofu, eggs, all those things I like to switch up and use as my proteins. I also will repeat the actual protein, like use chicken sausage, but chicken sausage has a different taste and a different texture than a chicken breast. So switching it up like that is something that I really like to do to make sure that we're not getting sick of eating the same thing each night. If you do want to double up on a protein like chicken or something like that, spread it out. Like do it on a Monday and a Thursday or something like that. So you're not eating chicken back to back 2 nights in a row. Same thing with your other ingredients like your vegetable or your starch. Make sure you're switching it up. And a lot of recipes, you know, if they call for like rice or something like that, you can absolutely sub in quinoa or couscous, just something to change it up a little bit so you're not eating the same starch or whatever each time. Okay, step number 4, short and sweet. Plan 1 week at a time. You're going to want to do your meal planning a day or two before you normally do your grocery shopping. Like set a day that you're going to do grocery shopping each week and make your meal plan for that day through the day before or the end of that week. So like for us, we usually go grocery shopping either Friday nights or Saturday mornings. So our menu goes from Saturday through Friday. But obviously you can work with whatever works for your family. If you go grocery shopping on Tuesdays, then you can make your list from Wednesday through the following Tuesday. And it just works like that. I usually reserve Fridays or the last day before shopping as leftovers or clean out the fridge night for dinner. So if we have leftovers from anything throughout the week, or if there's something that didn't get used, or if we got food from a party or a family member that had some leftovers that gave it to us, that's what Friday is designated for. If we don't have any leftovers, we usually just make like a sandwich or a hot dog or chicken nuggets or something for the kids. So yes, we'll eat some food. We usually have some stuff here that, you know, we can just whip up and throw together. But Fridays are usually reserved for, you know, cleaning out all the old stuff or whatever didn't get used, which usually isn't very much. So mainly leftovers or whatever night. And so the kids usually like it when there are no leftovers because then they just say it's whatever night and they can eat whatever they want within reason, trust me. But that seems to work the best for us, usually keeping that as the, you know, day to kind of get everything that's old out of the fridge since we're bringing all the new ingredients in for the upcoming. Okay, step number 5, we're taking a field trip. We are going into my hallway and here is my menu board. This is where I keep all of the recipes for the whole week. Menu boards are awesome because all of your cards, you can save them all in this cute little container down here, and then you have them for upcoming weeks or whatever, and they're already written down and you're not wasting paper. What I used to do is just write everything down on a piece of paper and stick it on the refrigerator because then it's written down somewhere. I know what day we're eating what, the kids know what day we're eating what, and if, you know, they ask me, I tell them, they ask again, I say, go check the menu, and then they can figure it out. But I switched to the menu board about 6 months ago or so, and I found that it's just a lot more convenient for me, not just because I'm not wasting as much paper, but it's bigger, it's in a set spot, the kids know exactly where it is. If they want to know what's for dinner, they can just go check it. I rarely get asked anymore unless we're not home, you know, what's for dinner tonight. And you can reuse the little cards. That I have found to be like a lifesaver. So you're not always looking through every recipe, you know, in a book or on Pinterest. If you're like, oh, I remember we had such and such a couple weeks ago, that was really good, you know, or I need something fast, we did BLTs or something like that. You just flip through your cards and you've got it. You don't need to rewrite one. You already have it right there. So that has really, really changed the convenience of keeping track of the menu every week. So again, you don't have a menu board, you can always use a piece of paper to start out with. I used paper for like 12 years. I mean, I've been doing this for like 12 or 13 years now, and it's really changed my life on how, you know, we stay organized with our meal planning and staying healthy too. So that's another thing. But again, another video. If you want healthy recipes, I can make a video about that too. Just let me know. But yes, the menu board, I actually made that one. I know there are ones that you can buy on Etsy, or I'm sure like Hobby Lobby or something has them, or I can make you one. If you really want me to make you one, I can make you one. I have stuff to make extras. And I mean, it really was quite simple, but it is a lifesaver and it has really changed the way that we, you know, keep track of our meals, and you know, it looks cute too, so it's not all more clutter on the fridge. I mean, I know with kids and stuff, you have a lot of stuff that's on your refrigerator, so this also saves space on your refrigerator for pictures or announcements from school or whatever else. Okay, step number 6, the last step, only buy ingredients that you need from your recipes. Simple as that. It helps to save money. Again, another video, but it eliminates waste, it saves money. You're only buying what you need, and it makes grocery shopping a lot easier too. So once you get your recipes figured out, you got it planned on your menu board, you go back into that recipe, you look it up, you write down the stuff that you're gonna need from the store, that's what you buy. You know, you may have some of the stuff too, which is always a positive thing, and then you don't have to buy extra stuff. But just make sure that you're only buying what you need. And again, that makes your grocery shopping go a lot faster too, because it's all planned out. You make a list for that as well. You just go down your list, check it off, and you're in and out in a lot sooner than, you know, if you're just sitting there like, oh, what was in that recipe? Or looking up the recipe while you're in the grocery store and trying to go off of that. No, make a list before you go to the grocery store. So you're gonna do your menu, and then you're gonna do your list, then you're gonna go to the store, and you're gonna be done. And you're gonna have a whole week's worth of food planned out that your family is gonna love, that is different flavors, different proteins and vegetables and starches, and things that, you know, maybe you can introduce your family to some new flavors that, you know, you like that they've never had before. I mean, there are so many things out there that you can look up and discover and, you know, try if you just spend a little time and do it. Most weeks, I know they're like, oh, well, how much time does this really take? Most weeks, this takes me about a half an hour to plan a whole week's worth of meals. There are some weeks, yes, that I'm just kind of like not into it too, and it'll take me longer. So days like that, I'll be like, okay, I need to take a break from this. You walk away, go do something else, go do a workout, clear your mind, and then come back to it. And then it usually goes a little faster. Or, you know, like I'm just really struggling, trying to figure it out this week. So some weeks, yes, it does take longer, but majority of the time, it's about half an hour of my day to go through and plan this. So, I mean, you can do it while you're sitting and watching TV at night after the kids go to bed or whatever. Really, it doesn't take that long, and it saves time in the end, it saves money in the end, and it will make your life a whole lot easier. All right? Thank you guys. I'm so glad that you took the time to check out the video. Let me know below if there's any questions or comments, or if there's any other videos you'd like me to do, and we'll talk soon.